So good morning from the Swiss Alps. I'm just over the border this morning, over in Les Chables at the foot of the ritzy ski resort of Verbier. This is one of the Tour de Stations events. It's branded the Marmotte, 130 odd kilometres, 4,800 metres of climbing, so not much flat. Somehow I've ended up in the front group, so I'm just going to hang in there and see how we get on. 3, 2, 1, et c'est parti! You've possibly seen the Tour de Stations on the GCN channel. So in this video I'm riding the Marmotte version, which is one of 7 events that go up to make the Tour de Stations. The events range from a MedioFondo at just 74 kilometres but with 2,900 metres of climbing, to a crazy ultra endurance event which is 1,000 kilometres and 26,000 metres of climbing. The Tour de Stations is now into its 7th edition and seems to gain popularity every year. By the way, I'm Mike, and it'd certainly help the channel if you go and hit that subscribe button. Compared to the July heatwave just a few weeks back and now the end of August heatwave that we're now enduring, the event took place the first weekend of August and it was a chilly morning with snow above 2,200 metres. The rollout from Les Chables was at crazy o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. First time ever I've started an event in the dark. With rain in the air and on the camera lens, the sun was just starting to rise partway up the 11-kilometre climb of the Col de Lein. Approaching the summit, the tarmac changes to gravel to maybe around 500 metres either side of the summit. Over the top, just after 7 o'clock in the morning, wrapped up for the descent, it's gloves, gabardine gilet, Gore-Tex jacket. Heading down to Saxon, we caught up with this ambulance and didn't think it was good form to pass it. And before long, we're into the valley floor and winding through the vineyards. This valley is one of the key producers of fruit for Switzerland. That's me over the Col de Lein down the other side. Now on the flat bit. Thankfully it's a tailwind, because I've ended up on my own. There's a group of about 3 or 4 just in front of me, but just going to take it steady, try and catch them up. It's feeling more like October than August. Pretty chilly, although it is still only 8 o'clock in the morning. As you can see from the route profile, there's just 19 kilometres on the flat, and after this section the route leaves the valley floor for good. The 4,700 metres of climbing is condensed into just 114 kilometres. So that's the one and only flat section done. So now it's either up or it's down. This is the second climb, rising from 584 metres above sea level to 1,606 metres. It was relentless. That said, the temperature was ideal for climbing, but super chilly on the descents. Onto the third climb, and I was starting to feel stronger. I think mainly because the climb was in 3 steps, so a bit of a respite on the way up. Now it says that the summit was at Thyon 2000, however the actual summit was over 2,100 metres and just 6 degrees at the summit, with the previous night's snowfall melting away just above us. I had a big stop here at the feed station, and after grabbing another final chocolate bar, we're off. This is the first time ever for me that a Granfondo event has included a section through an underground car park. Now by this point there's over 3,000 metres of climbing in my legs. As we head towards Nendaz, a ski area that I've visited before but not via these amazing back roads. The MedioFondo course has joined the route at this point, hence the volume of riders suddenly increased. into the feed station and then onto the gravel section behind Captain Cautious here. This gravel was billed as a timed sprint, but it's more of a marathon than a sprint. This was the toughest section of the whole event and just seemed to be endless, with a maximum gradient of 18%. So, last climb, done over 4,000 meters of climbing already. It's been pretty tough. The temperature has been absolutely ideal for climbing, but it's been baltic on the descent. I'm just on the Col de Lein, which has been on my to-do list for quite a few years now. So, just gonna grind up here to the finish. Diddy the Devil made yet another appearance, and it's over the finish line at the top of the Col de Lein summit at 2,175 metres, with the temperature just into double figures and a sea of these gold space blankets. That was tough. Not as hard as the Étape, because it was a lot cooler, but that was tough, especially the gravel section. So steep in places, it's crazy. Anyway, that's the Marmotte Valais. Check it out. The Tour de Stations is an amazing event in a stunning region. I finished in the top 10 of Brits to finish, which to be honest goes some way to show how the event is yet to be discovered by UK riders. Now I'm going to say that the event is on a par in severity with the Marmotte Granfondo Alps. Add to that some Swiss organisation into the mix and some refreshingly cooler weather on the day, and a final stunning descent back down into Verbier down to the event HQ. If you've done the Marmotte Alps or the Étape de Tour, you should definitely stick the Tour de Stations on your to-do list, and it's only 80 Swiss francs. Compare that to the Étape's 180 euros. So thanks for watching the Marmotte Granfondo Valais. As always, drop any questions in the comments below, and if you need any help planning your trip to the Alps in 2024, you can check out our website, breathebike.com. See you next time on Cycling in the Alps.